Mayday, mayday to you guys and all you mateys out there. All my subscribers, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Guess what? Week 15 coming up. It's right around the corner. Week 14, not too good. 10 wins up, 11 wins down, 48%. Got to start doing something better now. I'll tell you, week 15, we need you, baby. We need you to come through for us. So, I'm going to have all that and more along with my pick of the week coming up. Stick around, guys. Hey, guys, and if you're first time watching, note that I'd love to have you as a subscriber also. Also, anybody out there watching this, leave me a comment. Who's your favorite team? I see a lot of people watch this, but I never get hardly any comments from anybody. Gary, you leave a lot of comments. I love that. Paul, fantastic, some of the things you leave. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. But if you're out there and you got a team you root for, let me know and let me know why. Some of you I already know, but most of you I don't. And if you're out there, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Let's get to week 15. Kicking off on Thursday at 8:20 p.m. on Fox. We've got, well, Fox and the NFL Network and Amazon, I believe. We've got the Chargers, and they're at the Raiders. They're going into Las Vegas and getting 3 points. The over and under is 53.5. Guess what? I like the Raiders in this game. Hope they lose and the Chargers can win, but I'm going to stick with the Raiders. I think this game is going to be wide open, guys, scoring like mad. So let's take that over also. Over the 53.5. What's coming up next is Saturday, guys. We've got 2 games on Saturday. Saturday, December 19th, 4:30 p.m. on the NFL Network. Got Buffalo -6. They're traveling to Denver. Denver, what team? What team will show up? Nobody knows. Anyway, 50 is your over and under. In Denver, that weather could be crazy, but the Bills, they're crazy weather people. I mean, they play some crazy weather games in Buffalo. So if it's snowing like crazy, I got to give both teams the advantage. Anyway, Buffalo's -6. I'm tired of Denver snake biting me. So I'm going to go with the Bills, and I'm going to lay the 6. Probably going to regret that, but who knows. Anyway, moving on. Saturday night, 8:15 on the NFL Network. Carolina Panthers, they're going to the Packerville. Green Bay. Green Bay's -8.5. That's not showing Carolina too much respect. But the Packers are looking pretty good. I mean, that team is playing good ball. You know what? At 8.5, laying it in a wide open game like this is going to be, I'm going to take the Packers. It's time to get serious and believe in them. 52 is your over and under. Not going to touch it. Moving on to Sunday, the 20th of December, 1 p.m. on CBS. Jacksonville goes to Baltimore. What team? Baltimore, -13.5. 47 is your over and under. Can Jacksonville play up to the level of Baltimore? I think not. I don't think they're going to. Baltimore's got a lot to play for right now, and I don't think they're going to let Jacksonville hang around. But 13.5, that's a lot of points to give a pro team. And you know what? I'm going to take Jacksonville, guys. I'm going to take the 13.5. Okay, moving on at 1 p.m. on CBS, we got Houston going to Indy. Indy playing crazy ball. They're playing crazy good. They're -7.5, and 51.5 is your over and under. Guess what? I think Indy will handle Houston very easily. These division games, though, Houston and Indianapolis, they really get crazy, so watch out for that. Could be a lot of points scored in that game. 51.5 might be a halftime. They might get almost close to that at halftime. So I got to take the over in this game. I'm picking the over 51.5. Moving on, 1 p.m. on CBS. Looks like Detroit's at Tennessee. There's no line. I don't know if that's a COVID-induced game or whatever, but you know what? I got to take Tennessee. It looks like a freebie pick to me. I'm going to take the Titans. I think they can beat the Lions. Moving on, 1 o'clock on Fox. Tampa Bay -5.5 at Atlanta. Atlanta. Who are you? I mean, Really, who are you? Tampa Bay, lot to play for here. Laying 5.5, I think, and the over and under is 51. I think Tampa Bay, with the things they've got to play for right now, I say that their defense turns it up a notch and makes Atlanta pay. I think they'll cover the 5.5. 1 p.m. moving on, CBS. New England goes to Miami. The Dolphins playing great ball. They got stymied by the Colts. The Chiefs last week. They found out who their daddy was. New England playing good ball also. And this game's a toss-up. Anybody could win it, okay? So I'm going to take the team that is getting points. I'm going to take New England. Most of you will say I'm crazy, but anyone could win this game. 41.5 is your over and under. I think that's way too low. I'm taking the over in that game. And moving on, 1 p.m. on Fox, we've got Chicago playing at the Minnesota Vikings. And the Bears, who's going to show up? Vikings, who's going to show up? 47's your over and under. You know what? I'm going to go with Chicago. I think that they can beat the Vikings in their own house, in the Vikings' house. I'm going to take the points and go with them. 1 p.m. moving on Fox, Seattle goes to Washington. Look at those, the team. I can't even say look at those because they don't have a nickname. I'm just going to say look at those, the team. Washington, what the heck? Beat the Steelers. Went down to, where'd they go down to last week? Went down to San Fran, or over to San Fran. Beat them last week. That dude from Ohio State, Buckeye Mania, he's tough on defense. He made a difference in that game. Chase Young is who I'm talking about. You know him. He's a Buckeye. Anyway, let's go with Seattle at Washington. Seattle's -5. I'm going to run with that team, I guess. I'm going to run with them. Taking Washington, getting the 5 at home, 44.5. That's just way too many points, but I'm not going to touch it. Let's move on to 1 p.m. Let's look at Fox, the 49ers. They're going into the Cowboys. Oh, my, the Cowboys. Man. Andy Dalton. The Niners. Man. Only laying 2 against the Cowboys, who have zero defense. Horrible defense. Tell you what, I'm going to lay those 2. I'm taking the Niners minus the 2.5. The 46 is your over and under. Not going to touch it. Moving on, the Jets on Fox on 4 p.m. The Jets go to the Rams. The Rams are laying 17.5. Did you hear me? A pro team getting 17.5. My golly, you got to take that team getting 17.5. Not so fast. The Jets are throwing in the towel. That team is criminally insane, guys. I mean, the way they blew that Raiders game was just nuts. I mean, who bites on a move? Who defends somebody and bites on a move at the 30-yard line with 4 seconds left when they got to score? A defensive back that does that, that guy shouldn't even be allowed to play in a high school game, let alone the pros. I mean, come on, you're kidding me. So, we got the Jets at the Rams. I think the Rams are going to put a tar and feathering on the Jets because the Jets are going to let them. 17.5 is nothing. Bye-bye. I'm taking the Rams and laying the points. 44 is your over and under. I'm taking the over. I think the Rams might at home. They might get that on their own. Moving on. We go to 4:05 on Fox. We got Philly at Arizona. Arizona's -6. Look at Philly playing great with Justin Hurts. And probably should have played this kid a lot earlier. Carson Wentz, he threw in the towel. I mean, the guy just has shaken, no confidence. Needs to get out of Philly. Needs to get to a team that he can have a fresh start. Someone who's going to protect him in the pocket and let him just do his thing. Jalen Hurts doesn't need that as much because he's got the wheels to prove that he can do what he can do. And Arizona has a quarterback, Kyler Murray. This guy's unbelievable. Laying 6, going up against Jalen Hurts. I'm going to tell you, Philadelphia is going to go down there. The Cardinals have played tight games week in and week out. 6 is too many to lay. Can't believe it, but I'm taking Philly. Jalen Hurts named the starter. 49's your over and under. Not going to touch it. Moving on, 425 on CBS. A game that I absolutely love. Not as far as picking and everything, but I'm going to love watching this game. KC at the Saints. Could be a bloodbath. I know that Drew Brees, he's not healthy yet, but I'll tell you what, the Saints at home and Taysom Hill, whatever you want to call him, what his name is, Mr. Hill. Tell you, he can move the ball. They can move the ball. The Kansas City's defense gives up a lot of points on the road. 3.5, the Saints. Guess what, guys? I'm taking the Saints. I've got all the confidence in the world that Taysom Hill can actually move that team, get them in and out of the end zone a lot against the Chiefs. And I think the defense can stand up and play. So, I'm going to take the 3.5, the 51.5, not going to touch it. Moving on to my game on Sunday night, the Brownies traveling into the Meadowlands to play the New York Giants. New York Giants, oh my, can be a scary team. You don't know what team's coming. But you know what? The Brownies really showed me something on a loss at home to Baltimore. They showed me that their offense can move and that it is coming together. Their defense stinks. We all knew that. But to be able to play ping pong with the Baltimore Ravens at where the Ravens are really at right now, I loved it. The Brownies showed me something. I think they're going to go into the Giants' house and just pour it on them. I'm going to lay the 4 and take the Brownies. Big surprise, huh? 4.5. In fact, that's my lock of the week. A road team, my team, laying 4. That's my lock of the week, guys. Let's move on to Monday night at 8:15 ESPN. The Pittsburgh Steelers. -12 at the Cincinnati Bengals. 40.5. Boy, I'll tell you, when they met in Pittsburgh laid a shellacking on these guys. And guess what? Probably going to do it again. Pittsburgh needs the win. They feel Cleveland creeping up. And boy, they would have really felt Cleveland creeping up had Cleveland beaten Baltimore. But, you know, Pittsburgh still has the Browns and they still have the Colts. And they can't sleep on the Bengals. So I think Pittsburgh's going to come out, open up the game a little bit more. Ben might not be releasing the ball as quick as he has been, but I do like that game. But I think Roethlisberger's going to take a little more time. They're going to try to work the clock a little more with offense, keep that defense off the field, and probably put a shellacking on the Cincinnati Bengals. -12, that's a lot of points in Cincinnati in a rivalry game. So guess what? I'm going to since I took Cincinnati when they were in Pittsburgh, I'm going to take them again, getting the 12. And I'm going to tell you what, Bengals, don't let me down. Go out and beat these Steelers for me. I need it, baby. We need it, Browns fans. Steelers fans, you're hating it right now, but I'll tell you what, you know how it is, baby. So, we like Cincinnati getting the 12, 40.5. Boy, I'll tell you what, down in Cincinnati, weather might be a factor. That's why I'm saying those 12 points are going to be a lot of points to really cover. 40.5, don't even want to touch it. Not going to touch it. So, guess what? That's week 12. And I'm so glad that you were with me, and I'm so glad that you are watching. But until next time, Mayday is out of here.